So, what's your favorite WNBA team then, Ben? Is it the
It's only the Fever. It's only Caitlin Clark.
The Fever? I think that was a.
I don't
Is
think
that
I
a
can
soccer team?
name the Monarchs. Is that a team?
The Indiana Fever with Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I really love those Illinois Crickets. They're good.
They're the Grasshoppers, Joe. Come on.
All right, locusts.
There should be some holy music playing right now for the Welcome Back podcast. There should be something.
Well,
like,
we had some episodes pre-recorded, so they haven't missed us too much.
no, it's been a while.
It's been a
few
while.
weeks.
You haven't posted them?
We used them.
No? Well, what am I supposed to be?
Recorded once in 2 months.
Welcome, everybody. It's the Darwin Awards podcast. We're back. We're still alive. We're still doing this podcast. It's been a busy time of year, I feel like.
I think it's okay once in 3 or 4 years to have a few week dry spell where it didn't line up for us to meet and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. My big problem was the amputation. When I lost my foot, I couldn't do the podcast for a while. So I'm sorry, all those of you who emailed all pissed off, but I have one foot now.
Hold on, but at least it's a wooden foot.
It wasn't. You didn't lose it. It was a voluntary procedure because you were tired of your sandy, weird feet, and you just needed to get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm going through. This is voluntary. It was a voluntary amputation. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. You're right, and thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want now, but here's the benefits. I got the handicap sticker. I get lots of sympathy. Sympathy's underrated. People are really sympathetic.
You can see anyone on crutches. You're like, what happened? Right?
No, you get to identify as able-bodied or what's the word? I don't know. Not able-bodied.
You're being a little insensitive right now.
I think you probably should have played.
But because you chose to have it removed instead of it just.
Well, Joe went the cheap route and he went with a wooden foot like Chubbs and Happy Gilmore. He didn't want to get a realistic-looking one.
I heard they were doing casting calls for that movie. I wonder.
No,
if that's why.
they're doing more than casting calls.
They're recording.
They're recording.
Isn't that that's Mr. Deeds who has the foot?
Yeah,
right?
he has that black foot that he uses it to break through the ice.
I mean, they were doing open casting calls for regular humans. You could just show up and go.
The line was a mile long.
You didn't share the link. I would have gone and stood in that line.
They basically just probably spectators in a golfing.
It's like a walk-on event.
Yeah.
Dang it! I want to go to that.
Anyways, out of the 3 or 4 weeks, whatever we were gone, the only memorable one celebrity that died was James Earl Jones.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we lost.
Oh yeah, I did too. Yeah, he did he die from anything specifically? I can't remember what it was.
I think possibly battling cancer. I don't know.
Can you guess what my kids, when I told my kids James Earl Jones died, guess what movie finally they recognized? Oh, that guy?
Star Wars?
No.
Sandlot.
Toy Story.
Sandlot.
Sandlot.
It was Sandlot. Crazy, right? Sandlot. I'd forgotten he was in it.
He wasn't the most famous celebrity who died. I mean, this dude. Do you remember this guy? World's most monstrous.
Is that the liver
The
killer?
most monstrous bodybuilder, the mutant, dies at 36. Wow, what a surprise.
Heart attack.
It's like a freaking gorilla.
Of course it's a heart attack.
All right, let's get started with the Darwin Awards podcast. We're not going to look at previous weeks because it was so freaking long ago. Who remembers?
Seriously.
Believe it or not, out of all the stories that have happened over the course of the last month or so, we're bringing to you 3 train stories today. People who
3 snake stories. What are you talking about?
No, but really, there are 2 snake stories that we're bringing.
And a train story.
It's Snake Week on National Geographic. So
look what I have here, guys. Here we go. Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Oh,
who goes first?
We don't even know who goes first.
Here we go.
I'm going to steal your stories.
Please be me. Please be me.
Adam.
Please be me. This is rigged. This is
Adam.
rigged.
Yeah, he's the one who brings this random app I've never seen before.
All right, that's great. Well, I'll start off with a story that's not for kids, if that helps.
Turn it down if you're with children.
One of those. You know what it? I was gonna. Joe was gonna take this story, but he's had too many of these in the past, so I just.
Oh, I know what this got to be. This is something to do with
I know.
It has a picture too, which is gross.
A tiny bit. I have no idea what it is. Adam kind of mentioned or hinted at a story he might have.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a keyword, insertion.
I mean, you didn't have... That was not even a hint. I already knew that, okay?
Yeah. Who are you giving the keyword to?
That.
We knew it. What you said, hide your kids, hide your wife.
He's a Japanese man, by the way.
Classic. That sounds very Japanese.
Yeah. 60-year-old Japanese man. And they label him as a cross-dressing man. So...
Is this going to be a suicide story?
This is not.
No.
Cross-dressing is not a thing people say anymore.
That's what it says.
No, yeah, it is. You can still do that.
I don't think so.
This
I think we should talk about this.
Is a twist on a normal story because this insertion happened 3 years ago and never came out.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Ah, that's bad.
I think I heard like a clip of this on the radio.
Is this sepsis?
What do you listen to?
Was it in his nose? Is this in his nose?
Nope, this is in his backside.
I don't think Adam would say insertion unless it was.
Insertion in the nose, no. I think you're thinking of something else. Well, the unnamed patient, who's in his 60s, was rushed to the hospital after his brother found him unconscious at home. After a CT scan, it revealed there was a 3.5-inch long tube of eyeliner in his rectum. It resulted in kidney failure after 3 years ago he put it there.
Well, sure, it's expired. That's just dangerous.
That's what it was.
I don't understand. If you stick something up there, wouldn't poop push it out eventually?
Right, it has to go around it?
Must have gone the wrong way.
You get the wrong way.
It goes around it.
Well, it said it had penetrated his bladder and caused an egg-sized mass to form.
Oh, so his body just kind of resorbed it. Just kind
don't
of
worry.
Kept it in.
There's pictures for you.
Yeah, show us. Ew, what is that?
That's it. The eyeliner with the mass. That's gross.
It like became an organ inside of him.
It's gross. It looks like a finger almost.
It grew testicles.
That's bad.
That is
gross.
That is gross. You can see it looks like, oh gosh, it's disgusting. What brand was it?
Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
The patient believed to died of sepsis.
I will say, Maybelline's branding has to be extraordinary that we all said it instead of like CoverGirl or something. Oh, it's got to be. That's definitely Maybelline.
Thing is, the funny thing is, like, he did come in a week or two before because he was complaining of diarrhea and things and his fever, but the doctors couldn't pinpoint what it was until he had sepsis and died because he failed to mention. Maybe he forgot.
I think you remember what's up there. You know what I mean? How often are you putting things in there?
The cross-dresser that shoved something up his butt is worried that he's having diarrhea, and that's what's taking him to the hospital.
I'm glad we started the podcast this way.
I think he probably just didn't want to carry a purse because it didn't go with his outfit, so he's like, I'll just put this up here for now.
No, you're right, Joe. Let me read the last two sentences of this story. However, he died 2 days later. Okay, and then it says, after his death, a police investigation revealed the patient had a habit of wearing women's clothing. They also found a vibrator hidden in the stocking in his room. That's how it ends.
Who cares about that? Why are they telling us?
Now, I'm wondering.
Wait, no. His fingernails were painted at the time of the autopsy.
Sure, at that time. But I'm wondering, maybe he's embarrassed. Like, maybe somebody at work found out, like, what are you doing with women's mascara?
Oh, man. Never mind. This article keeps going forever.
Still, it doesn't make sense to report the fact that he had some sort of adult toy. Yeah, like, that's just kicking dirt in his face, or like just kicking him while he's down.
Well,
he's dead. Guess what we found amongst his luggage? Some dirty magazines.
We checked his
that's
bank.
Not cool.
He was a terrorist.
Bank vault.
Well, that's a little twist on a story. Usually it's more like a week or a day or two problem, not 3 years.
What am I going to label this one?
Just how they labeled it. Oh, what was it?
You'll figure it out.
Title is Cross-Dressing Man Dies from Deadly Infection After Putting Everyday Product in His Backside.
Everyday
YouTube's not going to allow that if you ever make a video about that.
Just say product in the backside.
Maybe it's Maybelline should just be the title.
I've been looking for a pun this entire time, but I can't find one. Something to do with makeup and
nope, sorry, Joe.
Black eyeliner.
No, it's not that.
No, it's literally like Maybe he died from this. Maybe it's Maybelline.
No. That's a reach. That one is reaching.
Well,
I tried.
Should we spin to see who goes next, or just volunteer to go next?
It's going to be
That's a
Adam
good idea.
again. It's going to be Adam again. Watch this.
Yep.
He made this app.
Two stories back to back. There we go.
Almost, Joe. You got it.
Gotcha. I got it.
All right, Joe. It's all you.
Well, this story is no makeup in the rectum story, but it's pretty good. I noticed though that you didn't mention that you had that story. I mean, I didn't know. Ben, did you know Adam had that story?
Kind of like briefly. So
he touched on it, but didn't really give us any details to.
I didn't want Joe going into details about how it was inserted or anything. I just didn't want to.
I think the people appreciate it when Joe tells those types of stories.
I guess. Haven't heard any feedback.
No. I have to say, I haven't heard any feedback either. I have to say, you did a good job with that one. All right. My story is out of Michigan. It involves a drunk woman who was leaving a bar. She'd been drinking at a bar.
Yeah.
She got in a fight.
The bar she was drinking at was called Barnacle Bill's.
Oh, I've been there.
I like
Sounds like something off of SpongeBob.
Barnacle Bills.
Barnacle Bill. Right. Barnacle Bill.
Where is it? Michigan?
Yeah, in Michigan. Must be right on, Lake
Right
Michigan.
on the lake, Michigan, yeah.
You guys didn't get that reference just now?
Yeah,
oh, I got you. I heard you. It wasn't that great.
Went right over it. It was great.
This happened just recently. She's a 39-year-old woman. What day was this? Yeah, just a few nights ago.
That's like my age.
Hold on.
It's like Ben's age.
It's like a month ago, actually.
Very close.
She's 39 years old, hanging out at the bar on a Friday night, exits Barnacle Bill's because she heard in the distance a train.
Oh, she's going to miss her train. No.
Well, I don't think it was her train. I don't think she's
just a train enthusiast.
Oh, she has a phobia. She's scared of trains.
She just heard a train.
Okay.
She's very excited to go see this train.
You'll see a train.
Yes. She heard it in the background, right? So this actually says that witnesses stated that the woman heard the train whistle and immediately left the bar. She told people she was going to attempt to jump on the train. This train didn't stop. It wasn't one of those trains that stops to pick you up.
What is it? One of those hobos that get on trains?
Oh,
have you ever thought about that? What that life would be like, and how kind of
after watching cool. Dennis the Menace? Yes, I did.
No, okay. So I have been watching some train. I follow some of these guys who jump on trains. And they're always... Yeah, I know.
This is bingo. This is classic Ben bingo. Oh, I follow some guys on YouTube.
They're always like
jump on
dirty and like... It's not some fabulous life. They're just kind of trying to hide. That's it.
Yeah, I imagine you have to sleep with one eye open because some hobo will shiv you or something like that.
Yeah, another person will show up.
No, because they're worried about the train conductor finding them.
I've actually seen some YouTube videos of guys like jumping off of those trains and hiding because they'll get in big trouble.
Walk 50 boxcars to try and see what's in.
No, they take stops and then they go and check the trains.
And it's I think it's like a federal crime or something. Kind of a big deal.
So she attempted this?
Imagine being so concerned about someone riding around on trains, but then leaving the southern border wide open for people to come running in and do whatever they want. Imagine that. I'm not trying to get political, but that's stupid.
We haven't been back in 3 weeks, and here's why, guys.
How many people really get arrested for jumping on trains? It's not that
the guy whose video I watched, he got arrested. Yeah, he got arrested for being on a train. This lady didn't get arrested, though. She got away with it.
Did she?
And she's living peacefully now.
No,
I'm sure she is.
Wouldn't be.
Officers were dispatched at 11:37 p.m. after receiving a report from the engineer about an incident. Upon their arrival, the officers found the woman with obvious life-threatening injuries. A man who was watching through his rear-view mirror of his car saw a woman attempt to get on the train as it passed, fall, and get hit by that exact train.
Yep. Barnacle Bill. Right. Will they be charged?
How fast?
She's believed to have been under the influence of alcohol.
Yeah, well, that doesn't help your coordination. But, I mean, how fast was it going? Was it coming to a stop?
Oh, you know what? It didn't say.
Would you want it to be fast or slow?
Fast.
Why?
It looks less dumb.
Wait, but if it's slow, you mean if you're going to die? But if you can
if you're gonna die.
if it's going slow,
it's definitely going slow. If she's trying drunk.
If it's going 5 miles an hour,
jump onto it,
and you die.
I wonder if she thought it would be funny, like, or she with her girlfriends, and she just running like in a skirt with like her high heels. She kicked off. She's like barefoot, like, watch me. I'm gonna hang onto this train. And then her
39-year-old barfly at Barnacle Bill's doesn't sound like she's wearing high heels and a skirt. You know,
probably
what I mean?
ugly.
No, ugly. Not anymore.
Not to put too fine a point on it. Adam says she's probably ugly.
Hey, I like that. Not to put too.
A lot of
inside jokes
references tonight. Yeah.
You know what? It's funny that we come with an insertion and a train story after being away
What's
for
next?
a month.
Definitely a snake.
Maybe a...
It's a snake. I'm bringing a snake story.
A snake story. Maybe I should spin the wheel again as somebody else.
I like this snake story. I like snakes.
Should we take a quick break and come back, or should we just plow through?
Let me take a quick break and we'll make sure that it's from not Temecula.
Is James Earl Jones bringing us a commercial?
That's a good idea.
You got to use some old stuff. Don't do any extra work. Just
I'm not going to.
Quite frankly, I must say that this is really an excellent podcast. I think they're doing a tremendous job. And I don't know about you, but we should pay these guys. I mean, they deserve it. And we should give them $5 per month for their content. Believe me, they aren't fake news. And I don't know, maybe we should listen to them a little more. They really have something special. I've actually, and I'm not sure I should be saying this, but I've spent a lot of money on their archived content. It's really something I enjoy, and they really deserve it.
So I watched the movie the other day on Netflix. I fell asleep during it, but Becca finished the little movie. It was called I'm Ugly or something like that. Uglies? Maybe Uglies.
How did you preview that?
We didn't.
No. You hover over it and Netflix plays you preview. How did you preview that and immediately know, I'm not watching that?
I was tired, I guess, because after like 15 minutes, I fell asleep. I didn't even pay attention. But I woke up and like it was ending, and I was like, "Oh, that was a good."
Is
movie.
this a movie I'm supposed to know? Like from
no, it's like some teenage movie about being ugly or something. I don't know.
Is it a comedy?
No, they live in a society now where you're forced to get plastic surgery. If not, then they kill you or something. I don't know. But
Is to make yourself ugly or to more pretty?
More pretty.
More pretty. Why'd you make yourself ugly?
Because that's more likely in our society.
Just guess the cast of uglies, and that's the movie.
Yep. It was It's a good one to take a nap too. If you're tired.
I watched Clue with my kids the other day. Me and my wife watched Clue.
Clueless?
No, just Clue. The old
I
movie
vaguely
based on a
remember
game.
that being a little risque for children.
No,
it's
not.
Okay.
No.
I'm thinking of something else. Clue.
I rewatched, what is it? Tomorrow's War.
Edge of Tomorrow?
Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, I love that one.
Oh, Tom
Cruise?
Yeah,
That's a great movie. Great movie.
You know, I went through a period in my life where I was like, Tom Cruise is weird, and I'm not going to watch his movies. I'm like, no, he's good in everything.
Now I like him.
I'm going to watch all of his things and not
literally,
care.
if you look up all his movies, you're like, yeah, I've seen that one. That's good. I've seen that one. That's good. You're like, all of them. They're always good.
I can't watch the Mission Impossibles. There's so many.
I also watched Top Gun 2 again. Loved it again.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I saw it once.
You need to. It's pretty good.
I can't watch a movie about planes.
Tom Cruise.
Stupid.
It's Tom Cruise.
Sounds boring.
It's on real planes. It's not. It's pretty good. All right.
Everybody says it's really good.
Did you see the Pixar movie Planes?
I did not.
Oh, well, then you're missing out.
All right, Ben. I believe the story is yours.
Oh, yes. Bring us the snake story.
Well, it's got social media, it's got insertion, and snakes. So
Insertion?
Really?
Eels.
Oh, don't get me started on movie quotes now. A disturbing video has surfaced on social media, which shows a man performing a dangerous stunt.
Okay, Joe. What's the stunt?
Inserting a snake into his mouth or into his... there's only two places I can think of the inserting, so I don't want to say the other one.
Into his ear.
It is into his mouth. It is a cobra that they found. And so I had two different articles on this. And the first one gave me bare details, and the second one gave me great details. So the man did find his snake. He's a 20-year-old man in Telangana, somewhere in India.
Yes.
And the viral video shows him maybe doing like a praying hands or whatever with the cobra's head sticking out of his mouth while it's kind of wiggling around. I actually sent you the clip if you want to watch it.
Is the head of the cobra in his mouth, or is it
in his
turned
mouth.
around?
He's biting down on the head of the cobra.
Oh, gosh, this is horrible. He deserves to die.
What an idiot.
Here's the thing I found just recently, like in the last 10 minutes, when I scrolled on a different article. According to the scribe, the man and his father made a living by killing snakes. They caught the snake, and his father asked him to make a video of the reptile to put it on WhatsApp groups. His father, his dad suggested that we do this.
I don't know if his dad suggested he put it in his mouth. Or take a video of this cool cobra.
Put that in your mouth.
His father asked him to make a video of the reptile to put it on WhatsApp groups. Upon doing so, the snake immediately bit him, causing his death.
So, yeah. Okay.
So,
beautiful.
anyways, he's standing there for a good, 15, 20 seconds. The video doesn't show the snake biting him. I think it cuts it off. He's standing in the middle of the road. Like, the cobra's tail is almost at his knees. And he just is standing there. And he runs his hands through his hair. And during that portion is when the snake started wiggling to get free and bit him.
I feel like in India, putting a cobra in your mouth is not really more deadly than putting the regular food that they have there in your mouth. You know what I mean?
Have you seen the videos recently about how they're even making some of that street food?
There's this great TikTok channel, where they take a compilation of videos of them making the street food, and then you hear this background music made by a guy with his mouth where he's going, it sounds like weird music. It's just with flies everywhere. It's hilarious videos.
Ugh. I don't know. I'm not. A snake wouldn't taste good. Number one.
I don't think it was going for flavor.
Hey, once when I was in the missionary training center, the MTC, the guys dared me, actually paid me $20 if I'd eat a banana with the peel.
That's fine.
And I ate it.
You what?
Yeah.
Okay. The segue there makes no sense.
I don't know. I thought about snake.
It kind of works.
Yeah.
It's snake-like. It's a banana.
I ate a banana.
You will not die.
And the peel. Banana peel gives you cotton mouth like this.
You'll have a minor bitter flavor in your mouth. And
it's pretty gross. It tastes chemically.
But how many meals in Mexico could you buy with $20 at that point?
Or was it? Oh, pretty good. Oh, yeah.
I never even had $20. That was great.
You could buy a lot.
Now, was it
last you a week?
A banana? Or was it the other banana that's like tough?
Plantain.
It was a regular banana.
Do they have plantains in Mexico? Or is it bananas?
Oh, yeah. They're gross. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They fry them.
They're not gross. Yeah.
You remember the guy? Do you guys remember Roger? He lived in the block behind us by Curtis. I think his name was Roger Mick something. I can't remember.
Curtis. Oh.
He lived by Curtis. He was always a weird dude. And I remember that once he took a goldfish and he swallowed it alive. And then he threw it up and it came out and it was still alive. And he would do this frequently.
So he's just doing a magic trick.
It's not really a magic trick as much as it is.
David Blaine does it.
Yeah, but okay, that's different. It's very different.
Why?
This guy
Roger could have been the next David Blaine. He's just testing
David
out
Blaine
audiences.
literally has frogs that are just living in his stomach. He's created this aquarium in there.
It's got filters.
Where is David Blaine? I've heard him in a long time.
He's coming out with a new series.
Just comedy now?
No.
Yeah, he just stand up.
But he's
hilarious.
going to try some of the dangerous, going around the road, finding the most dangerous things to do and learn it and do it.
That guy's just gonna. He's gonna die someday.
It'll be a Darwin
soon,
Award
right?
one day. We'll chalk him up as
honorary.
He'll try to go to the depths of the ocean and never resurface.
He's going on the next Titanic viewing ship. While holding his breath the whole time.
As enjoyable as snake stories are, let's move on to the lightning round. This round, we're going to each bring a little headline of a story, and we'll choose one to add to our first 3 stories. Ben, what headline do you have for us?
I have several snake stories. But we can talk about donuts in San Jose.
Eat like a donut eating competition?
Don't know.
You haven't read it?
I can't tell you. We go by.
Is San Jose the one that's a little further north? That's up kind of like near north of Monterey up there, San Jose? It's not way down south.
I feel like
San
it's
Jose's
like
kind of central.
in between Visalia and Turlock.
What are you talking about?
I feel like we used to drive out to San Jose, right?
Yeah.
Or is that Santa Cruz?
No, San Jose.
San Jose is right there. The Sharks are there. Well, I mean like the hockey team.
No, they're in Los Angeles.
Well, no, where was
Sharks.
Grandpa buried?
Oh, well, it's way out in the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere near that.
Yeah, it's not even
Oh,
near the
but
ocean.
I know what you're talking about, though.
That's San Luis Obispo. I don't know where's that. San something. There's a lot of sands.
Yeah,
that's not
California.
Anywho. Okay.
All right. My story involves a riot in Sushi.
Is this like one of those like Asian cruise videos where people are just taking all the food they possibly can?
No, I've never heard of that. Is that a thing?
Sushi eating contest.
No, okay. I've given all the hints I'm going to give.
All right. My story, I'm going to do a quote the man says right before he dies. He says, "There's no need to be scared of them if you just know their limitations."
This could work for anything.
I feel a feeling that it's not.
It could just be rabbits.
These little hamsters.
I think cows. If it were a good animal, he would have revealed it.
He would have said cow.
He's not revealing it because it's not a good animal.
He died from it right after saying that. That's all I'm saying.
Is it poisonous?
It's a possibility. It's poisonous.
Ooh. All right, Ben, what do you say? Who should we pick? Ben, what are you looking up?
He's looking up sushi stories.
Stop, we don't care about that.
Well, I would like to hear your sushi mob while I also look this up.
All right, I don't think Joe's is a real Darwin, but go ahead, Joe. You can bring your sushi.
Oh, really? Really? Okay, well, let's find out.
This is a sushi story out of India.
This is not out of India. This is out of Chile. Okay.
Is it in Spanish? Because it could just be Mexico.
It is in Spanish, but it's out of Chile.
No, it's always Mexico.
According to Ben. Ben, pay attention.
I'm listening.
This is bothering
you. Chile.
He's watching videos of guys jumping on trains right now.
One person lost his life Wednesday night on September 11th.
Ooh, never forget.
Never forget. In the midst of riots. These riots actually take place pretty much on the same day every year. It's like the 51st anniversary of some sort of coup in the country. So they have like riots every year there on this date.
Like people just like traditional?
Like time to board up the windows. It's a riot season.
Traditional riots that take place every year.
You're allowed to break windows, but only ones that are marked.
So police got a radio call about some guys that entered the premises of some place called Kami Sushi. So when the police showed up, they found a lifeless body on the ground, just lying on the floor. This guy fell from the roof of the establishment that he was trying to break into.
Oh.
During the riots. Okay? He fell.
Like a skylight? Or like just a hole in the roof?
Well, there wouldn't just be a hole in a roof.
I don't know. How do you fall from a roof into the building? I don't know.
He's probably found his way in.
Well, it could be a poor translation. It said on the floor, but it could mean, on the ground. I guess I could look at the Spanish.
It fell off the top of the building? Well, whatever.
So he fell. He got into those, what are those school, like, roofs, ceilings? What are they called?
Oh, the tiles?
Yeah, those little tile things.
They're like acoustic tiles.
There's a little video attached. I'm trying to watch it, but it has a very loud O'Reilly Auto Parts commercial first. I know, that just blasted in my ears.
Thanks a lot. Not going to sleep tonight. That's just going to be in my head.
The O'Reilly song?
Yep.
There could be worse songs.
That person who wrote that jingle should be a millionaire.
No.
You're so right about that. That
There's
thing,
worse
no.
ones.
That thing gets stuck in your head.
Can you think of it? What would be your next? While you're looking this up,
Less holes in company.
Yeah, but that's more regional.
I don't know. O'Reilly's not national, is it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh yeah, O'Reilly's is the best.
Riley.
What about the Home Depot? Dun, 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 dun,
That's original song that somebody else. I actually heard that song before they stole it. I heard it.
I have no idea what the Home Depot song is. Nationwide might be a good one.
Okay.
Yourself.
Nationwide is on your side.
Limu Emu.
Okay, that's newer, but it's not classic enough.
Back to this.
I remember being mad when they changed McDonald's jingles. They just kept changing them. I was like, they were already good. Stop doing it.
Yep. You're right. Let's move on. Let's do a quick recap.
Well, no, you didn't even tell us. Oh, he fell and died. That was it.
He fell.
That was it. Yeah, that's all that happened.
Did he find any sushi? Just
it's not like I don't think he was trying to get sushi.
Trying to rob the place.
Yeah.
Recap.
All right. Here we go. Our first story was an insertion of Maybe It's Maybelline into, speaking of good jingles,
that's a good
erectile
Can you
insertion.
name another makeup brand?
Yeah. Maybe she's born with it.
That's
Maybelline.
Maybelline.
That's the same one. That literally is it.
Maybe it's
born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh, yeah. Easy breezy beautiful.
That's
Cover Girl.
Cover Girl. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Is that what you use?
Yeah.
What is this podcast?
That's a pretty good one.
What about the Old Spice whistling?
Yeah, the Old Spice whistling is good.
That was a good one.
Remember when that was like...
That was your ringtone for a while.
It was like my text message. It was yours, and I still...
Yeah,
all right, our second story was the woman who tried to jump on a moving train after she heard it whistle in the distance.
Whistling in the dark.
Then we had our third The IP Giants reference. Then we had the story about the guy who was eating a snake, or just putting it in his mouth.
He just put a cobra in his mouth to show off.
Yeah. Okay. And then our fourth story was some people who really wanted some sushi, so they decided to loot the place, and they fell off the roof. Okay, Adam, you went first. You get to vote first.
I think I actually like the lady jumping on a train. I don't know why. It just kind of entertains me, and I think it's stupid. So
really, you're not going to go with the insertion?
We've had insertions. Not too often ladies jumping on trains.
We're both going for insertion here. Me and
you know, women. We don't get a lot of women in the podcast, so.
Okay. You know what saying I don't use enough? Up your butt and around the corner. You know,
I said that to my son the other day.
Where have I heard that?
Benny! I was like, what? He's fine. He's going to say that all the time now. I was like,
where's my makeup? Up your butt and around the corner.
He's like, where's my iPad? Up your butt and around the corner. He's like,
I haven't heard that in like
side eye
20 years.
This would have been the perfect opportunity to use it on that guy.
Well, all you Australians, here's a new phrase for you.
That's an American phrase.
How'd the poop get around it? It was up his butt and around the corner.
Somebody asked where there's something is, and you're like, it's up your butt and around the corner. What does that even mean?
It's so good. We're bringing that back.
You can put in your emails, Ben.
Making middle school great again.
In your sign off. Ben Coffrin. Up your butt and around the corner.
That's my pronouns.
Yeah, I'm voting for the Maybelline lip gloss. What was it? It wasn't lip gloss.
Just so you know, Maybelline legal team, we don't know if this was your product or not.
Actually, it had
hard
a picture.
To tell. Very hard to tell.
Yeah, it was a little grimy looking.
It's probably from Japan. So it's a Japanese dude.
It's been there 3 years, so
eyeliner.
It's
probably
Mitsubishi.
Matched his fingernails. The brand, I'm sure.
All right, Ben, what's your choice?
Yeah, I said I'm pretty sure that both of us are voting for the insertion. It didn't sound right to me when I said it, but
so you guys like the insertions, huh?
We gotta find a new word.
Well, the story was good. Well, congratulations, Mr. Japan. You won.
Wow, Joe.
Wow.
You might have to take that out.
This is why it's been like a month since we've done a podcast.
Do I have to? I really like
Is that from Christmas Story?
All right. Well,
back here.
Congratulations to our Japanese contestant. You have won this week's Darwin Award.
Wow.
Hey, while we're moving on to some Patreon stuff, before we roll into it, there's a good segue here. That's the second time I've said segue. I need to get rid of that word. I don't like it.
I like it.
I do have someone falling through a hole in a roof, an actual hole in a roof, landing in an oven.
The real question is, was the oven on?
I guess we can find out, but also...
What kind of oven is like
he just
upright?
fell through it, landed in my oven. I don't even...
You can't fall in an oven unless the door's open, I guess.
Well, it depends on what your definition of oven is. It could be one of those like pizza,
fryer?
outdoor clay pizza oven with a big chimney.
Could be one of those vents. You know those big vents they have going over flat tops?
Yeah, yeah.
But then it's not an oven, though.
You guys know how bad I want one of those. You guys?